Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Void Between Reality and the Land of Hackin' Nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Beast Wars Basics, Fuzor's Quickstrike, and the Age of the Primes Deluxe class Quickstrike. So, yeah, one of my first pickups for 2026, and I have to say, for the new year of Transformers, this is a pretty strong start. And I figured since we have this guy and I have his original toy, I figured it was as good as time to review that one. So we'll give you a look at both of them today. Fuzors are an artifact of the tail end of Beast Wars. I believe I've said this before with the Silverbolt, but it bears repeating, where basically they had run out of ideas for new animals to make Transformers out of for the toys. So some guy was basically like, okay, what if we took one Transformer or one animal, right? And we took another animal, right? And we smashed them together and then sold that. Gary, you're a genius. Get this man a raise. So it was born from lazy writing. The in-universe reason the Fuzors exist is because when the Transformer would come to Earth, it would come in Earth in a stasis pod, and the pod, before awakening the Transformer within, would search would do a scan to find a suitable alt mode, and the pods containing the Fuzors were malfunctioning, so they scanned two animals and smashed them together. So that was how we got a character like this that is a combination of a cobra and a scorpion. So what we're going to do the customary thing we do for double reviews. We'll do the robot modes, then the transformation into, this time, the Fuzor mode, then thoughts on the Fuzors, and then transformation back, and final thoughts on the figures as a whole. So we will start with the little guy. This is the Beast Wars Basics class Fuzors Quickstrike. I picked him up at a convention a little while ago, and because I wasn't a big Transformers kid when I was younger. I was more into like superhero action figures. But yeah, he's just a tiny, fun little toy, and with some relatively good posability for the time. His main gimmick, besides not really having hands because of how it transforms, is his Cobra head. You can press down there and the mouth will open. And this is a water spraying gimmick. Do not expect me to demonstrate the water spitting gimmick, because I don't want to get mold in my figure and spray water or whatever else might already be in this thing. Yeah, mold is not fun. I'd rather not lose this figure to mold. But as for posability, head is on a ball joint, can move around, but it is kind of hard to get around. Oh, and first, customary look at the noggin. Forgot about that. It is really hard to see because it's completely translucent. And yeah, so there's that. Then on his right arm, he has a bunch of ball joints. He has one at the shoulder and then one at each section of the Cobra neck tail thing, and then one at the base of the Cobra head. So you can get some pretty cool action poses from that, which I do like. On the other arm, he does have a ball joint at the shoulder and one at the elbow, and his claws can open and shut as such. Legs or hips are on a ball joint, can kick back that far, forward that far, do the splits, no waist articulation. But for a basics class figure from the 90s, this is pretty decent. He's a good little figure. In robot mode, I do very much appreciate him. Oh, and he does have some toe articulation, but that is because these form the claws of the Scorpion. So now we bring in Age of the Primes, Quickstrike, and yeah, the robot mode kind of slays, not gonna lie. I like that they ditched all the translucent plastic so that there's not, well, I mean, there is some translucent, or is there? No, there isn't. Oh, my bad. Thinking of another figure. Huh, go figure. Brian is being autistic again. Go figure. But, yeah, the colors are really bright and they pop really well. You can definitely see the noggin this time, and it is a good noggin at that. And yeah, I love the bright coloring, the sort of I'm danger and poison and sort of thing. His mouth on the scorpion or the claw arm or the cobra arm is a little hard to get it out, but it can open. And there is a little peg in there to, I guess, kind of simulate the water spitting gimmick. This obviously does not spit water. But yeah, and believe it or not, the posability is largely the same, other than the fact that this one does have a waist swivel. Head is on a ball joint, and it is a little difficult to move sometimes, but you can get some nodding action too from how it transforms. For the left arm, he has a hinge at the shoulder, and then each of these segments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this time, are all on ball joints, so you can, again, get some really cool action poses with the cobra arm. Again, suffering from no real hand syndrome. And on the other hand, shoulder's also on a hinge, and he's got a bicep swivel, and this can fold up and can open and close. He has the aforementioned waist swivel, although the bug head does kind of get in the way sometimes. He can kick forward that far, or hinge at the hips, can kick back that far and do the splits, bend at the knee, and he does have a little bit of an ankle pivot. So there you go. There is the posability for the age of the primes, Quickstrike. And yeah, this robot mode absolutely slays. Oh, this is such a good robot mode. Yeah, nothing else to say really. So first, as we get into transformations, we will start with the older statesman here. First thing we're going to do is lift up this chest section all the way up like that, so that that looks like that. Then we're going to fold in his head. We're going to take this section and rotate this around. And then there's a little peg here and a little hole there. And that's going to peg in like that. And then we can splay open the bug legs and then come to the back and just position the cobra tail thing, and then just position his robot mode legs into the scorpion claws, like so. And there you go. There is your Beast Wars basic Quickstrike. Ooh, head does kind of like to come undone sometimes. So put that off the side. Coming to the age of the primes. First things first, we're going to grab these shoulder pads and fold them up on the stubble hinge. Then we're going to come in here and open up the chest and fold in the head. Then we're going to raise this section up and close that. Then we're going to take the cobra arm, bring that around on this hinge, and just sandwich that into place and turn that around like so. Then we're going to come to this section and just fold that all the way up. Then we come to the claw arm. I'm going to fold this in. Make sure this is pointing out. Sometimes you are supposed to turn that around for the robot mode. I don't know why that was turned the other way. Make sure this peg or the larger screw or whatever is hold pin so like that. Then turn this around, and we're just going to fold this in and then slot that into the cavity or the body cavity. Then we open the claw, and these little groove tabs here are going to fit into this little groove on his stomach, like so and like so. I said like so and like so. Come on, get in there. Did I have this turned around wrong? No. Or do I? Okay, there we go. So it looks like that. Then we can turn the figure around, come to the scorpion legs, or the robot mode legs. We're going to take the scorpion head and fold that down, and that's going to peg into place. Then we will turn the legs around so that he can have his claws facing out. And there you go. There is Legacy, or not Legacy. I keep wanting to call this Legacy because it's an upgraded figure from a long gone. But it is Age of the Primes, Quickstrike. In his Fusar mode, we'll bring them in together. And yeah, they look pretty good. This is a really cool idea for a Fusar mode. I mean, obviously, it's primarily Scorpion. But the idea of having this entire Cobra neck and head as the Scorpion tail was a really cool idea. And, you know, we'll bring this down so you can get a little bit of a better look. Yeah. I definitely, like, I love Quickstrike, the older Quickstrike, but the translucent plastic just doesn't really work because the most of the figure is translucent, but because you can see on this, the colors just pop so much more. Why are you blurry? Why are you getting blurry? Okay, there we go. But you can definitely see the brighter colors that do pop without the translucent plastic. So these are great, but obviously I do love this one a little bit more, even though the Elder Statesman here has its place in my collection. But this one definitely pops. This is a great bug mode. Really do like that. So we will get back to our robot modes and then go for final thoughts on the figure. So first we're just going to open the legs or the claws all the way. Then we'll just straighten them out. Oops, that likes to close. Straighten them out like that so you can stand them up. We're going to unpeg that arm. We're going to turn this all the way around. This way, I believe. Oh, no, like that. Then we're gonna just fold this panel and turn the figure so that the head, sometimes a little easier said than done. Sometimes this does not like to get in the right position. But that will, come on. Oh, his head's stuck, that's why. There we go. So that will go through the hole here, and then you can just push that through and reposition his arms. And there you go, there he is back in robot mode for our friend Age of the Primes Quickstrike. We will unpeg the bug head and push it back, take the legs and spread them out like this so that the spike is pointing forward, and then just position his feet. Then we're going to take this section, fold it out, turn it so that the smaller of the two pins is facing forward, and then that's just going to go like that. Then we'll unpeg. I forgot to mention these do peg on either side, the shoulder plates. So we'll unpeg those. Then we're going to fold this forward, unpeg the snake arm, and then swing it forward on that aperture there. Then we'll open the chest and push out the head, then close the chest back up. Just make sure everything snaps together. Then we'll just push the shoulder pads down and just align everything. Mushroom pegs are the devil. You didn't think I'd forget that, or did you? But yeah, there he goes. There he is back in his robot mode. We'll bring in his older brother here, even though he's a little older brother. And yeah, final thoughts on the figure. I like them. Obviously, like, if you can find this cheap, pick it up. I got this for about $10. But obviously the star of the show here is the new one. This figure is just fantastic. This is absolutely an early candidate for figure of the year list. They just did a darn good job with this figure. For some reasons, Hasbro will pick like the most obscure characters to just get the best toys, and that is the situation we have here. This is probably my favorite figure from Age of the Primes that I've gotten so far. I adore this figure and could not recommend it highly enough. They are starting to trickle into stores. I was able to pick this up from one of my local toy stores. And yeah, can't say I regret my purchase because this figure is absolutely awesome. So pick this one up by preference. Absolutely grab this guy, especially if you are as fond of Beast Wars as I am, because Beast Wars was my introduction to Transformers. So yeah, there you go. There is your Beast Wars Basics Quickstrike and your Age of the Primes Quickstrike. Before I go into my spiel, you might notice a little bit of an upgrade in the video quality. That's because I got a new phone. So yay for new tech. Yay, new tech. We all love new tech. But yeah, I am asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. And yeah, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.